If I were to ask you what is the most important value to you, I don't know about you, but for me, when someone asks me that, honesty is definitely at the top of the list. I cannot stand lying. I hate being lied to myself, and I hate seeing other people be lied to. It was one of the things that drove me nuts when I was a birth doula for many, many years, is women being lied to about their birth options, being lied to about risk benefit. It drives me insane. And I feel the same way when it comes to advertising products and being lied to. So if you aren't familiar with us at the Busy Boss Mama, I'm Stephanie. I work with my sister Crystal, and one of the things that we like to do at the Busy Boss Mama is we love to share the beauty of natural health with other moms so that they feel empowered to be able to take care of things naturally at their home with their kids. And we've been able to do that really successfully. But here's the thing. A lot of times moms will start to be like, get the bug in their ear about natural remedies and be like, oh, that would be really cool. I'd really love to use natural remedies in my home and be able to not have to go to the doctor so much and all this stuff. And so they want to start using essential oils. That's one of the things that we teach about a lot. And so they're like, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get some essential oils. The problem is, you guys, is that in the essential oil industry, there is so much lying going on. Like, I don't know why I must have looked at something or clicked something on Facebook that now Facebook thinks that I want to see all kinds of essential oil ads. And I'm seeing like so many lies. Like, it's driving me nuts. And so I wanted to do this video because I know there's so many women who want to be able to use oils and use them well and have them work. And I want to help you out because I can't stand it. Okay, so I've been in the essential oil space for a really long time, like about 15 years. And what really got me thinking about them and using them and really digging into them was my birth doula work, because I recognized the potential that they had to help women with an easier birth, less pain, less stress, all that kind of stuff. And I also recognized the potential to help them with their baby's health. I was using them for my babies, but the problem is that I want to make sure that I am giving people actual, real, like science-backed information. And so I had to really start digging deep into essential oils and how they were made and what made them safe, because I was hearing so many things and reading so many things. I was reading like all this stuff online that was like, oh, they're so dangerous, you can't use them for pregnancy, you can't do this. But then on the other hand, I was learning from midwives and doctors that were using them in their practice with their patients and this and that. And I'm like, what the heck? And so I started really researching, and what I found was the good, the bad, and the ugly about essential oil production. And I have learned so much. And so it's really super important to understand what makes essential oils work, why they work, what they do in their body, to help you to understand like what gives with all the whole essential oil stuff out there, right? Because I've heard so many stories from people. I've heard stories from people who've had great experiences with oils. I've heard stories from people who have had horrible experiences with oils, from really bad reactions to oils not working. Or maybe they'll get one bottle and it will work and they'll say like, oh, that was really great, I'm going to go get another bottle of it. And they go buy another bottle of the same kind of oil, same brand of oil, and it doesn't do anything. And it seems really weird if you don't understand what's happening with essential oil production. But when you understand what they're doing and how they work in your body, it starts to make more sense. So here's the thing. Essential oils are made up of lots of different chemicals, lots of different chemical constituents. And even one single oil can have hundreds of chemical constituents in some cases. And each of those works individually to cause some sort of cellular reaction in our body. They all do something different. Here's the thing. Here's the kicker. Those chemical constituents can come from, obviously, the plants where essential oils come from, or should come from, right? And they all, like this chemical, what could you call it? Like a chemical recipe that say lavender essential oil has this beautiful chemical recipe, right? And those ratios and how much of each chemical is in that final bottle of lavender is changed or dictated based on so many different factors. Even the type of soil that the plant is planted in, from the soil quality to if there's anything sprayed on it, to the time of day that the plant is harvested, to how it's distilled, to all these things, and also where in the world that plant is grown. So like, for example, lemons from the United States do not yield the same chemical makeup as lemons from Italy. Okay, so that's one thing, is that there's all these different factors that contribute to what chemicals an oil is made of at the end. And each of those is what makes the oil do whatever it does in your body, whatever cells it interacts with, what it causes your body to do, the reactions it may or may not cause, all these sorts of things. Here's the other important thing. All of those chemicals can be easily created in a lab. How do you think they make medicine, right? A lot of medicines back in the day, like, way back in the day, people used a lot of plant medicine, right? But then we came into an industrialized society, and they start making medications, and they basically recreated a lot of those same chemicals to make drugs, okay? So they can be recreated in the lab, and guess what? They're a lot cheaper. Here's the thing, is that your body knows the difference. So studies have shown that your body doesn't react the same to the same chemical, right? So that matters. And not only that, with oils, to get that same chemistry at the final product that's in that little bottle that you're buying, it's very difficult to get the oil's chemistry to be consistent from bottle to bottle to bottle. Like, it's very challenging, and most companies can't do it. So you've got the oils, all these chemicals that aren't reacting in your body the same if they're natural versus if they're synthetic. And then you've got this consistency issue, right? This is why you can use one bottle of oil and have it work well, and then use another bottle and have it not work at all. Okay, so this is why. And I want to give you a really good example, because this really hits, for me, helps me to understand. So I want to talk about wintergreen oil. Okay, so wintergreen oil is made mostly of methyl salicylate. It's that minty smelling stuff that's in Bengay, right? It's methyl salicylate, obviously, in these pain rubs, is made synthetically in the lab. Super, super easy to do. Okay, so birch oil is also made mostly of methyl salicylate. So wintergreen and birch are very, very similar, 99% similar. However, that 1% different, those minor constituents in birch oil are highly, highly active in our bodies. So birch oil has some very profound health benefits to our body for pain and inflammation and a lot of different things. That's in a lot of ways more powerful than wintergreen. Wintergreen's great, but birch has differences in its chemistry that wintergreen can't mimic. So you can find birch oil all over the place. Lots of companies claim to have it. Here's the thing. This is where the lying stuff comes in. It isn't birch. I just heard this study that this lab did. They studied 27 different brands of birch oil that would claim to be birch. None of them had any birch in them at all. They were either all wintergreen, a combination of wintergreen, maybe some synthetic methyl salicylate, maybe all synthetic methyl salicylate, whatever. Didn't have any birch in it. So here's the thing. That is straight lying, right? It says it's birch. It's not. This is another example. When I go to my massage therapist, she had cinnamon oil, and I smelled it, and I was like, this smells really different than the cinnamon that I use. You know what? It smells exactly like cassia. I found out that most cinnamon oil that's sold as cinnamon oil is not cinnamon oil. It's actually cassia. Why do you think that is? Why do you think we have this birch story? We have this cassia story. It's so much cheaper to fake it. It's so much cheaper to fake it. But the problem is that your body knows the difference, and it makes a difference what you're using, and it's dangerous to use stuff if you don't know what's in it. So I just tell you this to emphasize how important honesty is. And if you want help with learning how to use essential oils, we would love to give you tips, offer a free consultation, or more information on how to get started with them. Visit us at busybossmama.com/oils.